Hello everyone. Today's case is a 44-year-old female with history of left lower quadrant abdominal pain and tenderness. Her ultrasound abdomen was grossly normal. However, because of the consistency of the symptoms, NCCT scan was performed with oral contrast. Let's go to the images. So this is axial image non-contrast CT of the pelvis. Here what we see, this is the sigmoid colon which is collapsed, but we can see there are small outpouching arising from the colon. But this particular outpouching or diverticulum, we can call it, it is hyperdense, thickened, and there is surrounding fat stranding. We can see a lot of stranding here. Let's move to the next image. This is the coronal image of the same patient. Here we can see some opacified and non-opacified small bowel loops in the pelvis, and the positive findings are there is this collapsed sigmoid colon, and in the proximal sigmoid colon region we can see this thickened diverticulum along with some wall thickening of the colon and pericolonic fat stranding. There is one more diverticulum seen here in this image, seen right here. Okay, so the diagnosis in this case is acute sigmoid colon diverticulitis without perforation or abscess. So this is an example of uncomplicated sigmoid diverticulitis. Sigmoid colon is the most common site of diverticulitis because sigmoid colon has narrow caliber and increased intraluminal pressure. Because of that, diverticulosis is common in sigmoid region, and further it leads to inflammation, infection, obstruction, and subsequently diverticulitis. So what are the CT findings in cases of diverticulitis? What we can see, there is segmental thickening of the bowel wall, pericolonic fat stranding is present, and this fat stranding is disproportionate compared to the bowel wall thickening. There is also enhancement of the colon wall, perforation which is evident by extraluminal air next to the thickened colon, then abscess formation, and sometimes there are fistula formation with adjacent structures, like there can be colovesical fistula, colovaginal fistula, colocutaneous or enterocolic fistula. So whenever you see diverticulitis cases, then we should have to look for the any fistula formation. So there is one classification here which is modified Hinchey classification, which is given for the diverticulitis cases for the patient's management. So if in stage 0 there is mild diverticulitis or simple diverticulitis. Stage 1A is when diverticulitis is present with phlegmon, and stage 1B is diverticulitis with pericolic or mesenteric abscess. Stage 2 is diverticulitis with abscess, and which is this abscess is distant from the inflammatory site. It can be intraperitoneal, intrapelvic or retroperitoneal. Stage 2 is further divided into 2A and 2B. So 2A is when this abscess is amenable to percutaneous drainage. 2B is when this abscess is complex and there might be formation of fistula. Stage 3 is diverticulitis with generalized purulent peritonitis. And stage 4 is diverticulitis with generalized fecal peritonitis secondary to perforation. Thank you.